Howdy, this is the Human Hunan Flu, Hudson Valley Hank, here to assuage y'all and tell y'all exactly what you need to do in order to get through this virus voyage we have all simultaneously set sail on. I'm of course talking about the novel coronavirus, or COVID-19, as many of my virologist Facebook friends are all too eager to tell me. COVID-19 sounds suspiciously like a flesh film old Hank would be tempted to pay-per-view, but this virus spreads even quicker than the tantalizing teens begging for their spleens to be shattered and bladders battered. While the ramifications of this illness sound even scarier than the thought of my mother finding the cable bill at the end of the month, old Hank can assure you panicking will only make the ass whipping that much worse. See, Hudson Valley Hank is a bit of an expert on sticky situations, as I've survived and thrived sepsis, necrosis, scurvy, noodle neck, lack of paycheck, ED, DVT, several DDTs, even made it a couple years without HDTV. Suffice it to say, Hudson Valley Hank eats Ebola by the bowl and craps Corona by the case, so when the shit hits the fan, I'm your 3/4 ton man. While old Hank isn't what most would call Regents diploma level academically, I have street smarts like Kellogg's has Pop-Tarts. Right now, streets are telling me this flu flew over from the People's Republic of China due to some feller eating the propellers off of a bat. Bats may be the root cause, but old Hank has never had any beef with chickens of the cave, since all they do is hang inside all day, only coming out at night to rave and misbehave when the sun goes away, which frankly is just a lifestyle I respect the hell out of. Others may want to blame the people eating bats for starting this pandemic, but my guess is the feller crawling on the floor looking for a flying rat to liquefy into a vat of soup du jour wasn't just sick of what he ate the day before. So be sure to cut off your endless supply of sludge, see if your morals budge before you judge, and who knows, by the end of this we might all just see what it truly means to be hungry, and that's the part that terrifies me. 2 out of 3 doctors in Mr. Hudson Valley agree the best way to stop the spread of this vicious virus is just to stay in the house and live like a louse. Between you and me, I'm struggling to see why old Hank has had to endure a lifetime of endless bitching from both friends and family about how they cannot stand people, their jobs, or daily responsibility. But currently there is a national decree ordering everyone to avoid all these activities, and you don't think the world is now yours to see. This is an unprecedented time for American adults, where literally nothing is expected of you, yet somehow we still find ways to fall short. Sure, it's true old Hank hasn't left his mother's cellar since 1982, but even a well-agoraphobia-seasoned couch potato like me is struggling to sit tight, because I'm realizing I wasn't really afraid of going out so much as I was addicted to canceling plans. Without the sudden endorphin rush pulling the plug on an outside activity provides, sitting inside staring aimlessly into the abyss is starting to feel less like a reward and more like a punishment with every tick of the clock. As old Hank understands it, some feel that I and anyone else who blindly follows the social distancing guidelines the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention put in place are only doing so because they are afraid to die. While Hudson Valley Hank has a healthy fear of most things, death ain't one. Basically because I've been flirting with her for years, and I actually think I got a shot, because death is a bit of a chubba chaser. But right now she's out screwing anyone with a pulse, so if you do venture out, you might run into this Carol Baskin-esque bitch, and I'd hate for that to happen to someone who wasn't fully prepared to leave this party planet. As a longtime lover of double-wide, thick-thighed women in winding back roads, it pains me to say, but we need to work together to flatten this COVID curve so we can all get back to getting lost in the curvature of apexes and the opposite sexes. This undoubtedly has been the most trying time in my otherwise effortless existence, and if able to locate a sturdy enough sequoia, I'd go out on a limb and wager it's been hell on my fans as well. Only time will tell when we can be freed from our cell, but until we get that presidential pardon, we all need to play nice with our cellies and focus on filling our bellies. Tear a few pages out of the Hudson Valley Hank playbook and just exist for a while, smile, and go the extra mile to call some folks you ain't heard from in a while, just to shoot the shit, because whether we admit it or not, each other is all we got. This has been Hudson Valley Hank. You can take it to the bank. Sleep peaceful, sweet valley man. God damn, I hate this Knob Creek. We need to end this fucking pandemic. I need some Granddad.